Okay, let's talk about the four seasons and the two forms of time. It's common knowledge that the four elements were correlated with the seasons. It's the yin part of the universal plan. One of the rules of the Tao is that all things come in two forms. So we've seen the universal plan, which is the yang form of creation, and it's a straight and direct path from fire to earth, and back again. But there must be a yin counterpart, and that is the sine wave, the universal pattern of persistence or continuation. Creation is yang, persistence is yin, like dropping a stone in a pond. Yang is the cause, it creates waves which are the effect, which persist. So while the yang pattern is F-A-W-E, the yin pattern is F-A-E-W, as explained below. So it's using the same elements in a slightly different order. The two forms of time. Let's explain this. Because of the Tao, time itself is dual. There are two forms of time, and it is instructive to explain because it elaborates the qualities of the Tao. Yang time is one-dimensional, linear, and real, e.g. 60 seconds. Although the seconds unit is obviously arbitrary, there is a definite amount of period which everyone in the universe experiences, which you could describe with 60 seconds. Yin time appears as two-dimensional, e.g. spring 2019, and circular, but it's just a passive effect of the passage of yang time, and it has less reality. Yang is real, yin is illusion. Yang time is the real passage of time that has flowed steadily from before the beginning of the universe. Logically, there had to be this form of time before the universe was created, because without time you can't make decisions or create a plan. God is the great yang, and yang is change, it's active. Yin is stasis, it's passive. So this means that God is the archetype of change, and change is time. This explains the Christian concept of the Trinity, actually, because logic is also part of God, and these are the three things you need to create something: will, logic, and time. Fire, air, and water. Everything that exists experiences this flow of time, the yang form. Time allows things to change, and thus for life to exist and progress. We need this time to try and figure out what the heck's going on and to grow up, because we're children. Yin time is essentially an illusion or mirage that occurs when you look at something from a specific point of view. The yearly seasons we experience are the result of the passage of linear time, but they seem real to us. So we experience years here on Earth, but they're completely arbitrary to the rest of the universe. Cycles are a second-order, imaginary form of time. So while yin cycles are in some way an illusion, they still have a form of reality, and they're useful, even essential. So we must bear in mind that these properties of the Tao, such as real and illusion, are relative and not absolute. This interplay between yang reality and yin illusion is complex and deep, and it demonstrates how you can't have existence without both. I hope that clarified. So the four elements correspond to the four quadrants of the sine wave in general, not just for the yearly seasons. And here it is, all laid out. We can see that spring. Okay, the way we break this down is by looking at position and direction, because direction is active, it's yang, and position is passive because it's the effect of direction. So at the spring equinox, it's light and it's getting lighter. So the position is light and the direction is getting lighter. At the summer solstice, it's light but it's getting darker. In autumn, it's dark and it's getting darker, and in winter it's dark but it's getting lighter. And these are the four elements: fire, air, earth, and water. This is position on the left and direction on the right. So position is light, direction is getting lighter, and so on. And the sine wave is traditionally represented by the circle with a cross in it. And this is the ancient symbol of one of the most ancient symbols that we have on record. So yeah, I'll break it down in text here about how it's direction and position, and how you can correlate these to the four elements and to the light cycles of the year. And the cross in the circle is an ancient symbol. I suggest that it it represented the sine wave, not just the seasons. I think our ancestors knew more than they're being given credit. So, as I've said, the 4 can be arranged in these 2 ways, the yin and the yang, different ways of doing things. 4 is the yang form of direct one-off creation, such as the creation of a human body, which isn't a cyclic activity, it happens just once, although it takes time. And the yin cycles of time follow the pattern FAEW, and daily cycles such as breathing, eating, sleeping, which are so essential to our health and existence, follow this pattern. What the implications are, or full implications of, I'm not sure yet, there's a lot to it. Why this particular order would be logical and advantageous, it's a good question. I hope that made sense to everybody, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.